Hey, so I'm realizing there's a trait that we all possess as a society that I feel like is diminishing. It's a certain human characteristic that we all possess, but we really don't utilize. We're not making conscious attempts to utilize this specific trait in our day-to-day activities and how we carry ourselves and how we, go about, conducting ourselves in business with our family, our friends, just society as a whole. We've been taught it since children. We all possess it, but it's not at the forefront of our thoughts. And I feel like if it was, we maybe stand a chance. So what am I talking about? Let's dive in. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Don Thomas back again with another episode of Downtime. And here you have it, folks. Another episode, another week. And with this one, of course, first and foremost, I want to say rest in peace to Mr. Chadwick Boseman, Mr. Black Panther himself. Of course, news passed this past weekend that we did lose him to colon cancer, that he'd been battling for about 4 years and nobody knew. So, of course, my condolences, my sympathy goes out to him and his family, praying that he does rest in peace. And they are able to make it through this hard time, man, because that can never be too easy for any of us, right? I know it all impacted the culture, the society. I know me personally, I resonated with it as well, too, because I always feel a certain way, man, when young people die before their time, right? He was only 42 years old, 43 years old. And me being a young guy myself, man, it always kind of stings and resonates with me a little bit more when people die before what we believe is a long-lived life, right? So society believes that, we all live to our 50s, our 60s, our 70s, our 80s, whatever the case is. But a lot of the times our culture and society has shown us that that's not always the case, right? So it reminds me of a saying that I always see where they say, it's not about the years of, it's not about the length and the time that you live, but the quality of the life that you've lived, basically along those lines, right? So basically saying it's what you do with your time that you were here. So whether it be 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 80 years, the elements and the events or the kind of person that you were when you were on this planet. So when you were within that time frame, right? So again, rest in peace to him and his family. And I do hope that they are able to make it through these tough times. But in light of that news, it gave me the premise of today's episode, right? It gave me the foundation of what I wanted to speak on. Now, you saw in the intro, I was speaking on a human trait that I feel like we all possess, but we don't utilize, right? A human trait that I feel like we've all been taught since children, elementary school, whatever the case is. But time and time again, I feel like it's been evident that this trait has gone to the back burner of our thoughts, the back burner of our thoughts, or how we kind of process things. And the trait that I'm speaking on is empathy. Empathy, man. And honestly, I might have even spoken on this in previous episodes before. I'm pretty sure I have. But especially in light of everything that's kind of going on, 2020 as a whole, I want to see it brought back to the forefront. Thought it was important to kind of speak on this trait again because it's something that we all lack. But if we made a conscious attempt to utilize it, I feel like we'll be in a lot better situation than some of the things that we see happening in the world now. Empathy, the ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, to feel what they feel, to know their hurt, if anything, just surface level of understanding, man, hey, this person might be going through something, so let me be a little bit more conscious of what I say. Let me be one of those friends that does check in, sincerely check in and follow up, not even just to be nosy, but more so genuine concern of what the person got going on, because maybe you haven't seen them in some time, or maybe you notice that they're not acting their normal selves. Maybe this person usually is known to have a bubbly spirit and an energetic spirit, but as of late, you're noticing maybe they're not saying as much, or maybe they are, I guess their physical features or the mental state is maybe deteriorating, and you did notice that, right? These are some of the things that we heard was happening with Chadwick, man. The man was battling colon cancer for 4 years and still giving his all in the films that he was acting in, and some of the things that he had going on, man. He still was doing his best, from what I would assume, to being able to live up to his name and, be in character when people didn't even know what was going on behind the scenes. So it's like, it made me resonate, man, and it did make me kind of feel a certain way and made me question why, right? Why are we so quick to break down one another? What I'm saying? Why are we so quick to say hurtful things to one another when we don't really know what is going on? We never know what's going on behind the scenes. We're all battling something, man. There's nobody's perfect. To the man right now that you think has it all together, or the girl right now that you think has it all together, 10 chances of 1, there's an element of their life that they're honestly not too happy about. So the person that might seem financially stable is maybe hurting them emotionally. Or the person that you see is physically fit and, they're in the gym in the cases, maybe their finances aren't straight. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa, whatever the case may be. The mental state of people sometimes. We all feel like we always put our best foot forward and our best face forward, especially on social media, where everybody's winning, everybody's up, right? Everybody's happy. But behind the scenes, off the app, people are down bad. People are hurting, man. And we be so quick to send off that evil comment or say something that'll bring down somebody instead of uplifting one another, man. 2020, if anything, if there was ever a year that we needed to be kind and patient and empathetic towards one another, it was this year. I feel like empathy, man, if we practiced that, if we treated other people the way we'd want to be treated, if we didn't have anything nice to say, we didn't say anything at all. If we did that, we would be in a lot better situation. But we don't. And that's the thing that kind of gets me, man. It kind of hurts me a lot because it's like, man, the simplest things that we've been taught since childhood, we don't implement. We've strayed away from. Empathy is a fleeting characteristic trait that I feel like we no longer lack, or people not making conscious attempts. We're so quick to break down one another, and we wouldn't want somebody to do that to us. Why do we do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we do that? In society, within our families, our co-workers, just how we treat strangers on the street. Why are we so quick to, isolate ourselves or do something to somebody that we wouldn't want done to us? It just doesn't make sense to me, man. And I feel like if we did put that to the forefront of our thoughts and thought before we hit send on that mean text message or hit send on that, comment on social media, if we stopped and asked ourselves, is what I'm about to say to this person, how would I feel if they said it to me? Or if a stranger said something to me and I'm walking down the street and somebody did something or whatever the case is, how would you feel if it was done to me? And half the time, I guarantee you'll hit delete before you hit send. Or you'll probably, man, know what, I'm not even going to give this person that time because you wouldn't want that to come. I feel like a lot of people, they don't believe in karma. Me personally, I believe in karma. If it don't come back to you today, it's going to come back to you down the line. If it doesn't come back to you specifically, it's going to come back to somebody in your network that's going to affect you just as bad as it would have if it did happen to you. People don't believe in karma. We lack empathy. It's like the things that can help the world go around, we're straying away from at a time that we shouldn't be straying away from. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little bit difficult, man. I mean, again, as I said, the passing of Chadwick and a lot of people that we lost in this culture before, man, it kind of stung. It resonates with me, man. It's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, we say hurtful things to one another. We breaking each other down, where this was the year that we supposed to be lifting each other up. This is the year, especially within the black culture, man, and our black community, man, our culture that we all praise so much, the culture. We need to start making certain things cool again, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's lift up one. I think I seen something, man, where other people were saying, I think it was Nick Cannon, I think he has an interview coming out soon that I'm actually looking forward to, featuring Kanye West or whatever the case is. And he was saying, man, he made a conscious attempt of, not breaking down a fellow black man in the media. If he has his own opinions, he'll keep it to himself or whatever the case was. But sometimes we bait each other into saying hurtful things to one another, man, for what? The end result being what? So me personally, I'm living by example, man. They always say, be the change that you want to see. I'm making conscious attempts of doing that. I'm carrying myself in a manner where, one, I'm treating others the way I would want to be treated. I'm, especially just when I go out or out and about or whatever the case may be, practicing the change that I want to see in the world. And hopefully that would maybe be able to resonate with other people to the point that they too start implementing some of these same changes. And then slowly but surely, man, it'll cause a ripple effect where everybody is treating each other as equals or humans. I feel like we dehumanize people so many times, man. We see each other as less than when we really got to get back to looking at each other as equal. We don't do that anymore. We need to be doing that. So that's what that is, man. Like, honestly speaking, like, that's what I would like to see. And that's what I'm practicing as an individual, is being more cognizant of the words I'm saying to people, making sure that if I don't got anything nice to say, I might as well not say nothing at all. If I'm not uplifting each other, the whole meaning, the whole purpose of this channel is to do exactly that, to motivate people, to inspire people, man, to tell people to keep going, to let people know that they can overcome even anything, the mental obstacles that are setting them back from accomplishing the things that they want to accomplish. That's my role. That's what I'm here for, and I want to put back out in the energy that I want given back to me. And I feel like if we all did that, we'll be all right. We'll stand a good chance, So that's what I wanted to leave with y'all for this week, man. Again, I really don't like making these too long. But again, I'm only speaking on things that I've either experienced or how I'm feeling, or, you know, things that are placed in my heart that I feel like is important for all of us to hear. And hopefully that it resonates with you, man. Hopefully that in your quiet time right now, you have the opportunity to sit and think about some things, man, and start asking ourselves, man, you know, what are some things that I can do today that can maybe better myself or better somebody else? You know, being more conscious of what we say to one another, being more conscious of how we carry ourselves with strangers or people that we know, coworkers, whatever the case is. Let's make more conscious attempts of being good people. It's really not that hard. It's really not that hard, man. But that's what it is. It's your boy, Don Thomas. Always a pleasure. Greatly appreciated with y'all rocking with me each week, man. As I said, of course, got a lot of things coming up that I want to share with y'all. Slowly but surely, we'll keep spreading that love, spreading that positivity, and seeing to it that we're all becoming the best versions of ourselves possible, right? So that's what it is. Signing out on another episode of Downtime. Greatly appreciated. Peace.